For several years, we've been receiving subspace distress calls from the HIA system just outside of Gorn space. These signals seem to come from every known race in the quadrant, as well as several races we've never heard from before. We've tried answering these beacons, but have received no reply. Go to the HIA system and determine the source of these signals and hopefully stop them by solving any problems.
Captain's log, stardate 3262.4. We're en route to the HIA system to investigate a strange set of subspace distress calls. We don't know why so many different races would be in distress in a single system, but I guess that's what we'll find out.
Course laid in, Captain.
We're being hailed by everyone. All of the known space-traveling races in this quadrant. And a few I've never heard of.
How many ships are there, Mr. Sturck?
None, sir. The messages appear to originate from HIA 5.
Return the hails, McGee.
They don't seem to be responding. Wait. They've changed. There are several sources now. One of them is repeating our hail.
Captain, this phenomenon may be a type of subspace resonance, capturing and repeating all subspace messages broadcast within the system.
If that's what it is, then it's coming from the moons of that gas giant. All the messages are originating from there.
I am now scanning for life forms known to be capable of surviving in these conditions. I have found the source of the broadcast, Captain. There are approximately 40 silicon-based life forms within the ring segments indicated by Ensign McGee.
The messages just changed, Captain. Mostly random exclamations. I think they're reacting to Mr. Sturck's probes.
That would indicate these beings are capable of detecting and emitting subspace frequencies.
Captain, a Gorn ship is approaching from the other side of the sun.
Perhaps its captain can answer some of our questions.
Hailing channel open, Captain.
This is Captain Sushin of the Gorn Harvester ship Sweet Song. Why is a human starship in this system?
I am Captain David Forrester of the United Federation of Planets. We are responding to a number of subspace distress calls that are coming from this system.
There are no other ships in this space but yours and mine. Ah, you must be referring to the mimics.
What are the mimics?
A space-dwelling life form. They generate their own warp phenomenon and travel between the stars. More important, they receive subspace transmissions and repeat them. This makes them a prized commodity on the Gorn homeworld. They can be quite entertaining.
In what way are they entertaining, Captain?
When given the right subspace inducement, those creatures sing along the subspace bands. We then take the sound into an audible band that is delightful to listen to. Now, I must harvest some mimics for the next concert. They do not fare well in captivity and must be constantly replaced.
Thank you for the information, Captain Sushin. Now, please leave the system while we continue to study these mimics. I assure you they will not be harmed.
I'm afraid I cannot do that, Captain David Forrester. I must harvest several mimics for the nobles of the Gorn homeworld. They have such a short lifespan that the stock must be replenished quickly.
Hailing frequency open, Captain.
Captain, I must ask you to cease your activities. These mimics are in danger from your actions.
Captain David Forrester, this interference in Gorn traditions will not be taken lightly. Leave this system now, before I am forced to call on the Royal Gorn Navy.
I must ask you to leave the system now, Captain. Please, do not make me enforce my request.
Very well, Captain. I will return to Gorn space. But I will send the Gorn Navy to deal with you.
The Gorn vessel is leaving the system, sir.
Captain, we may be able to save the mimics by taking them from the system.
Sturek, I want you to come up with a method of luring the mimics away from this area. While that's happening, we can orbit HEA 5 to stay hidden.
Captain, with the help of Communications Officer McGeeh, I was able to establish that the mimics are greatly attracted to the crisis rock music of the 21st century. We are broadcasting it now. 3 mimics are moving toward the ship, repeating fractions of the music back to us.
Mr. Korn, plot us a course to the nearest uninhabited system with similar features to this one.
Captain, I have a course entered for the ANRAC system. It's almost identical to the HEA system and is 14 light years away in Federation space.
Mr. Sturek, amplify the signal to the mimics. Let's see how many we can lure out of this system.
Captain, the mimics are responding to the broadcasts.
Sir, only a few of the mimics are still in the rings. The rest are following us.
Entering the ANRAC system.
There is a ring giant at approximately the same distance from the Sun as HEA 5 in the HEA system.
The messages from the mimics have changed, sir. They seem to include every exclamation I've ever heard of.
The mimics are breaking away from us to approach the ring giant, sir. There doesn't seem to be any further problem.
Now that they're safe, we can deal with the Gorn without worrying about the mimics. Ensign, set a course for the HEA system.
Course laid in, Captain.
Captain, there is a ship entering the system. It seems to be a Gorn military vessel.
Corral of mimics is missing from this space. You are where they are supposed to be. Do you have an explanation for this human?
Since the mimics were in danger of extinction, we relocated them to a more protected habitat. Given that another Gorn was here earlier to harvest the creatures, I am not impressed by your concern. If your government wishes to protect these creatures, I suggest you contact the Federation and we'll work out a mutual patrol system.
Our patrols in this area are limited. Many are unwilling to give up the pleasure of listening to the mimics. But perhaps we could come to an agreement between the Gorn and the humans to patrol this region together.
That sounds like an excellent idea, Captain. I shall notify the Federation and Starfleet. Perhaps something can be arranged.
Captain, something is warping into the system. They're powering up their shields and weapons.
Captain, all of the messages have changed. Distress call.
shields online.
Starfleet. We're to return to Starbase immediately.
Course laid in, Captain.
Hailing frequency open.
Mission accomplished, Starfleet.
By chasing off the Harvester and negotiating with the Gorn naval vessel, you showed both decisiveness and diplomacy. You have solved the mission in the best possible way. Congratulations. Excellent, Cadet. Your score and performance on this scenario were well above average.